Hi guys, how are you doing? Today is Monday, the 8th of June 2026, analyzing the pound USD, the only currency pair that I trade. So just looking at the wider picture from the monthly time frame, I would say that this is still in a downtrend because at the end of the day, this is still the swing high, swing low over here. And you can see when I take my fib from up here to here, we are still, we are around the 78.6 in some type of consolidation. I have this channel here, so I've been focusing on this particular movement over here, which I believe could be the corrective move of this one. So just basing off this channel here, I have been just short-term bullish on the pound USD. I've been hoping that maybe price could continue upwards, maybe to fill up this wick over here or even come back up to this channel here, and then we see if we can have a breakout or not. But if not something like that, then even something like this could still be okay. But right now I have been stuck because really price is in a consolidation, guys. You can see since 1st July 2025 we have just been around this particular area here, and it has been really difficult to trade. So as much as yes, I would like to be very long term like bearish on the pound USD, which I have been since January actually, I've been finding it difficult because we still have some bullish candles over here. But when you go to the lower time frames, which we will see in a minute, we are starting to make like lower highs. So it's going to be interesting. My bias here, looking at the monthly time frame, I don't know. If at all we break out of this particular level here, then I could say that we are probably going to be bearish. But I still cannot ignore the fact that we still have not been able to break above this 1.375. So who knows how it can play out, because there is still a nice bearish engulfing candle here, which could very much decide to push now the price here. As much as yes, we've been having the rejections, but I'm still not convinced, guys. I don't know. As much as I'd like to be very long term bearish, I'm still not convinced. But let's go to the lower time frames and then we see what's happening here. So this is now the weekly time frame, and my internet is a bit slow, or what's happening. Anyway, so this is now the weekly time frame. So yeah, on the weekly time frame, guys, I have been bullish simply because I can see that this here is like the impulsive move. We had a sort of retracement. I don't think this was more of an internal type of move in my opinion, and then this was like the retracement, then we had an impulsive, then we had a retracement, so we still made like a high here. But then you can see, guys, now this is where it starts getting interesting, because now this particular move that I've been hoping for has not really been able to push it upwards, so that now I can start talking about those long-term bearish bias that I'm having. But I cannot move too far. I just have to focus on what's happening here, and from what I can see, price has almost refused to make a higher high here. I don't know if it's still indication, because I still do not like the candlesticks that are forming. I don't like these candlesticks here. I don't like these here. There's nothing, in my opinion, from the weekly time frame that is showing me that maybe the sellers are going to be coming in apart from the higher lows. But you can see when we look over here, buyers could argue that we have a bullish engulfing candle here. We are making higher highs, but I don't know who's going to be right, because now this is almost like, if you look at this, you can see we are making high highs, whereas price is squeezing in between here. So I don't know. I think at this point, buyers and sellers could be correct at this point, because this price action has been really difficult, and mostly because of the dollar index and the fundamentals that's been happening. So yeah, I guess it just depends on how maybe you analyze. But for me personally, I mean, I would still like to be bullish because of these candles here, but I also cannot ignore that if at all this is going to be like some sort of triangle, then there could be a potential of price even coming back to here, and then we see what happens. So I'm just going to be keeping this in mind. This is just things I like to point out and see. But yeah, so you can see price is still squeezing, still in some type of consolidation. Going over to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, what can I see on the daily time frame? Okay, so let me just point out what I was pointing out last week. So we were in a downtrend here just from the daily time frame, and then we started pushing upwards, which to me I considered was the impulsive move, because we did make a higher high here. We retraced. It was around a fib level here, bullish engulfing candle. But then now this is where it starts getting interesting, because as we did retrace, and I was hoping from my recent analysis videos, if you've been watching them, I was bullish because I was really hoping that this candle here would be able to push price all the way back up to these levels here, or even here, and then we see what happens. But then you can see, guys, this did not happen. We still had price fail. We tried here once, it refused to make a higher high. Then we tried again here, still refused to make a higher high. So now, as much as yes, from the weekly time frame, from my opinion, because somebody else could be bearish, for me, as I was now on the bullish side, I was hoping that this level here didn't break, this 1.339. And that's why I was saying, like, even from last week or even 2 weeks weeks ago, I was watching out for this particular weekly key level here, which I have labeled. I was like, if this level continues to hold, I will be bullish. And that was what was happening from last week. But now on Friday, which was just around 2 days ago, we had the NFP, and price did end up breaking this particular key level. So now as a day trader, I will have to be on the sell side just temporarily, because I do not like these candles. I still, as a support and resistance trader, I still do not see any candles here that are confirming anything much for me. But because I'm just looking for my 60 pips, I might have to be on the bearish side today, because we did break, and I'm just looking at the technicals and removing my emotions aside. I can see that we broke below this level here on the daily time frame. I'm not too keen on starting to make trend lines right now. Maybe I could, maybe depending on how the week plays out. But yeah, just focusing where we are currently. We do have a daily bearish candle here, but still, even with this candlestick, guys, it has a very long wick here, and these types of candlesticks that have wicks, you just never know what could happen. So I'm going to be on standby. If I do not get a position, that will still be okay. Let me just go to the 4-hour time frame, so now we can see things a bit more clearly. So now this is the 4-hour time frame, so now I'm just going to be focusing on this particular price action here. And now on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that there was a bearish candle here, and this is still the wick that I'm talking about, where price did a little spike. It was this from the NFP. This was at 12 p.m. so NFP wasn't here yet. I believe this candle here was from the NFP that now broke that level. So now on the 4-hour time frame, I personally have no option but to be bearish, just from a technical analysis and removing all my my thoughts aside, because as a day trader, I'm just trying to focus on what's happening. The 4-hour time frame, let me put my fibs. You see, this week is still too far. Okay. Guys, this price action has been making me feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Let me know how you guys are faring, because okay, so we can see the 38.2 is around this level here. We have the 50, which could be nice. So as a day trader, maybe I'd be waiting for a type of pullback like this and trying to see if we can get re-entries, maybe for the sell side. I do take counter trends, but I'm not interested in taking a buy here. I'll still measure and see maybe how many pips this is. Let me see, let me count. Yeah, I'm not too keen. That's a bit too short for me. Let me put my moving averages, and we can see maybe where price has a potential to come to. Sorry guys, I don't know if my internet is slow or what, but yeah. Okay, so we have the 20 here, the 20 EMA and the 50 EMA, which is in green. The 20 EMA is looks like it might drop towards the 1.339. So this could be nice, because now there's confluence here of fibs and also this moving average. And also when I take my fair value gap, because I've been learning a bit of SMC, this gap is really big. So let's see if we can get like a little pullback, and then maybe a sell towards this level here, because this is like the immediate type of areas. I don't know if it can look very long term, because with these market structures, who knows, man, who knows? Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, I'm just looking from what's happening now. I have no option but to be bearish. Okay, so now this is now on the 1 hour time frame. Now last week I did end up taking a sell here. If you watched my analysis video on Wednesday when I made that video, I was looking for a break and retest of this particular key level here before taking any sells, and that did happen. This is the 1.3445. If I remove this arrow here, you can see what I'm talking about. So there was a break and retracement, and then I entered on this candle here for a short position, because as a support and resistance trader, I'm really looking for rejections or break and retest. So I did end up taking a position like this, but unfortunately or fortunately, this one closed me out at break even, because I moved my stop loss the moment it started getting into profit. And yeah, because you can see that on Friday this would have been an L. So the moment I saw like price, usually for me when I move my stop loss to break even, I usually move it when price is starting to to make swing points, and I moved it the moment it got to around this area here. So it wasn't a bad trade. This one did follow my rules, but yeah, you can see because of the market structure and the fundamentals, that would have been an L. But luckily for me, I closed it out at break even. I don't know why I didn't close it at 1%, guys. Now with my funded prop firm, I could use a little 1%. I could use a little 1%, but yeah, I was a bit confident that maybe it would just go up to here. So yeah, I didn't make any profit last week. It is what it is. Let's see what's going to happen this week. As you can see, this is a very big impulsive move, and usually with these very big impulsive moves and what you've seen on the daily time frame, this might not even make that deep pullback that I'm talking about. It could just do a little situation here and continue moving downwards, because it has a lot of volume, and usually with with markets that have a lot of volume, it's quite hard to stop them. But let's see. I'm I'm not too interested in taking a trade today, guys. I'm not gonna lie, because I cannot take this pullback. It's too shallow for me or whatever. So I'm just going to be waiting. I'm going to be patient and see if there could be something like this. Then easy. If price wants to maybe continue dropping for whatever reason, maybe now I could start waiting for those deeper pullbacks here, and then we see if we can continue selling, if that makes sense. But let me know on what you think. It's been a hard week, guys. Yo, but we do have an update on the dollar index, because now this one has done something. So I have this trend line here, and the main reason I have it here, actually, let me just go to the one weekly time frame. I'm still not convinced of my trend line, but I had this trend line here because this is a swing low, swing high. We did make a higher high here, even though price was rejecting around the 100.2. I did end up putting a little trend line here, which could be reason for price to move up. But personally, for me, as trend lines and candlesticks, I'm still not convinced. We do have a bullish engulfing candle here, but for me personally, with how I trade in my roles, I prefer candlesticks to be formed at a key level. So for example, this one, the 97.8, this candle is a bit too far from my liking. So my let's see what I'm speculating. Let me see what I'm speculating. I am speculating that maybe price could do like a little rejection, maybe around here again, and maybe drop, because I'm not convinced. I don't think this candle here is strong enough for a new move. As much as, yes, I am long-term bullish on the dollar index, I do see potential of price coming even all the way back to these levels here. But as per right now, I'm going to be on standby, because we're currently at a very weekly key level where price has a potential to consolidate. And you can see a lot of times that it's been here, price has been stagnant, you know, lots of stop outs, stop hands, difficult times. So if at all price is going to continue moving up, I was bearish, but you can see there was still no candle confirmation, and I kept mentioning this. I did not like this candle print as much as, yes, I was hoping this level would react. There was still no candlestick to confirm that. So I was just on standby waiting for the breakout, and you can see we did end up breaking outside of this range that we have here, which we'll see on the 4-hour time frame. But right now, maybe somebody who's looking at chart patterns, which I do, could argue that this is maybe like a sort of double bottom situation, and then we see maybe if price can come even all the way to here. Right now I'm speculating that maybe price could come all the way back up to here where this previous swing point was. Maybe there is still room, and then we see what happens. But I'm still not convinced, guys. I still do think that there is a potential of price coming to here, but again, that's too far away, so I just have to go with what I'm seeing. Yo, okay, so 4-hour time frame. So this is a consolidation that I was watching last week. So we had this we had a lot of consolidation here with a little fake out, but then price moved back in, and then the NFP came, and then price broke outside. So I was still okay with this, because personally I was just waiting for a breakout, and I remember saying I'm going to be watching what the DXY is doing for me to form any bias on the pound. And you can see that now, because we have broken out, very big impulsive move. I don't know if this particular level will continue. Actually, let me just add my key level here. Let me add it there. Let me round it off. So 1.56. So I'm putting that here. So maybe there is a potential of price coming to the 100.6, because this was the previous touch that we had here from price. But I do not know if price maybe would want to make a little pullback, maybe down here, or if it continue pushing. So that's what I'm saying. Today I'm going to be on standby. I do not have to trade. If at all, I'm not getting proper entries, because I don't want to be stopped out. These impulsive moves, price can easily just decide and make a deep pullback before going up again. So I'm going to be observant. Let's see, maybe when I take my fib from here to here, let's see. Oh Lord, guys. So yeah, we have the 50 around this particular area here. Should I add another key level here? Let me just add it for the culture. No, actually, I think I have it on the 1-hour time frame. So let me go to the 1-hour time frame and see. Just waiting for a little pullback. Yeah, so I do have a level here. So the 99.8, this could be a nice area for price to come to. It could go deeper, it could not. But if at all it does that, then maybe now I could look for that position that I'm talking about, for price to come all the way back up to here, the 100.6, and then we see what happens. Guys, I don't know. I've been tired. This market has been tiring me out, guys. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, I'm curious to hear what you've said. What you think. I hope this video is not too long, but I'm very interested to hear your opinion. So let's see what's going to happen today. Let's see if we're going to get a little pullback, or if price is going to continue. Again, I will be on standby and waiting to see, but currently I'm not interested in taking any trades here. And also you can see this is where Friday's low is, the 1.333, and you can see weekly high. So even if I was to take my fib, let's say from here to here, oh, I already did that, sorry. Yeah, anyway, let's wait and see, guys. As per the news today, we are clear of the news. Well, as pound traders, whoever trades the pound, we are clear of the news because there's no news today, and there's also no news on Tuesday. So yeah, I'm tired. Guys, these markets are making me tired. I just hope that the dollar index can just decide, I'm going to be keeping up with the news and trying to see, holds firm amid Middle East tensions. So if the war continues, guys, if there's no deal, who knows what's going to happen, because this dollar could continue, climbing on upwards. Even from somebody like me who's a technical trader and doesn't like the candlesticks, the fundamentals, especially with the DXY, they are the ones that are telling the story of what's happening on the charts. So it is what it is. Just be observant and wait and see. I'm going to be patient. If there's no entries, I'm not forcing any issues. All right, guys, that is it for today. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.